Hey, welcome to Stories That Pop. Today, I'm going to tell you about the day I became a man. Personal stories are built off of our memories. So what stories are you creating today? Leave a comment below and let me know what your favorite thing is that you've done today.
Stories that pop. Stories that pop.
What you can't tell by looking at me on your little phone screen or on the television is that I actually stand 6 foot 5 inches tall and I weigh over 300 pounds. I am a very, very large man. But there was a time in my life when I was a very small and awkward little boy. I was a thumb sucker and I had a speech impediment. I couldn't say my own name until I was 13. Nobody could understand me. I was tall for a boy, but I was lanky and gangly and arms were just going everywhere. I couldn't throw a baseball to save my life. Oh, it was a rough time. When I was 6 years old, I woke up on my 6th birthday, pulled my thumb out of my mouth, and I said, Ryan, you're 6 years old. You're a man now. You need to stop. And I stopped sucking my thumb cold turkey. I then later on went up to my parents and said, Mom, Dad, now that I'm 6 and now that I'm a man, I think it's time that you let me stay the night for a whole week at my grandparents' house because I'm old enough to handle it. Now, after I had to tell them that a few times so they understood the words that were coming out of my mouth due to my speech impediment, they stopped and said, you know what? Ryan, you're old enough now. You're going to go for a week during the summer and you're going to spend the entire week with your Grammy and your Pawpaw in Irving, Texas. Oh, I was so excited. I finally got to do it. That week, my parents dropped me off at Grammy and Pawpaw's house. Oh, it was going to be great. Pawpaw was going to go to work and I was going to spend the days with Grammy and then Pawpaw and I would get to hang out and stuff in the evening. I was so excited. The problem with it is that a year before, when I was only 5, my Grammy got very sick. So sick, in fact, that it hurt any of her memory. She could no longer remember anything past a minute's time. She always did crossword puzzles and would ask me the exact same question. Ryan, she'd say, Ryan, what's a 4-letter word for a guy that built a big boat in the Bible? And I would say Noah, and she'd act like she wrote down and forget to write it down. And 1 minute later, she'd say, Ryan, I got an easy one for you, Ryan. What's a 4-letter word for a guy that built a boat in the Bible? And I'd say no, and this would go on and on and on and on again. And I was at home with her, and I loved my Grammy very much. But after a while, I didn't feel much like a very strong man anymore. I kind of wanted to put my thumb back in my mouth and I started to feel alone and like I didn't have anybody to really relate to anymore. And my pawpaw was at work all the time. And I just laid there on the couch halfway through the week. And my stomach started to knot up and I started to feel sick, like I was gonna throw up. I didn't know what I was gonna do. My pawpaw came home and I said, Pawpaw, you've got to call my mom and dad. I can't stay here. And I feel like I'm going to be sick. I've got to go home. Well, Pawpaw called my dad up. My dad came over to the house, picked me up, and then took me to one of the best burger places you can find in Texas called Whataburger. They say Waterburger, but it's Whataburger. Whataburger. He took me there. He bought me a big old burger. He put a brown paper bag in front of me full of coloring books and color crayons and whatnot. He said, Ryan, now if you stay, you can have all of these coloring books. And I looked at them. They were pretty manly coloring books. They were Transformers and Thundercats and G.I. Joe and that kind of stuff. So I thought, all right, being that I'm a man now, I can at least color in these books. That's all right. He said, Ryan, I know that you're feeling a little bit alone. I know that you're feeling a little bit homesick, but you can do this, Ryan, because this is family. You can be with your family and enjoy the time. I believe in you. And I started to feel brave. I started to feel emboldened, like this was actually possible as long as I had my coloring books. And he also said, but Ryan, listen, if you start feeling really sick again, just give us a call and we'll come back by here and pick you up. It's okay. Don't worry about it whatsoever. Well, I made that decision right then and there that I was going to go back to my Grammy and Pawpaws. My dad dropped me off. I knocked on the door, went inside. As I walked inside, I could smell something sweet, something I hadn't smelled all week, and I heard the sound of a crank, and something was grinding. I said, "What's going on, Papa?" And he said, "Boy, come on in here. Come on in here. I want to show you something." I went on in the kitchen. And there in the kitchen on the countertop was this big old brown tub with a crank on it. And Papa was standing there just grinding away. And I said, "What are you doing? What is that contraption?" He said, "Son, I'm making us some ice cream." It was one of his specialties, homemade peach ice cream. Oh, he had cut up all these peaches and put them in with the sugar and the cream and the milk and the ice, and he was just cranking away, making the ice cream. When it was all done, he scooped up a bowl for me. And as I ate that ice cream, it didn't just melt in my bowl, it melted the homesickness I felt in my heart. And I knew at that moment that I was going to be okay, that I could make it through anything, so long as I could make it through that week at 6 years old with my Grammy and Pawpaw and a bowl of peach ice cream. Every day is a new story to tell. What story are you telling today? Listen, I would not be where I am without my family. They have made me who I am today, the warts and all, good and bad, all of it, and I wouldn't trade a single one of them for anything else. I want to know about your family. Let me know what's your favorite thing about your family. Leave a comment below, and in the meantime, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and share this video out with somebody you think might need a little encouragement. Until next time, keep on popping.